This video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't condone any of this. Don't try any of these at home, or you can get in severe trouble and many consequences with federal law. Alright, probably click on this video because you're trying to learn how to make some money. Well, you came to the right place because today we're going to get straight into it. A lot of madness. Let's go. Alright, before we start this video, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. Alright, so for the first method we're going to be talking about is making a scam page. If you want to make your scam page succeed, then you got to make your scam page look legit and the customers will come in. Making your scam page legit is like the main thing, because that's what's really going to make all these motherfuckers come in. Alright, so you're probably wondering, how am I supposed to make my scam page look legit? Well, you're going to need yourself some bot IG followers. So you're probably wondering how you're going to get these Instagram followers. Well, if you already got an account with some Instagram followers, then you're already good. But if you don't, you can text me at EDITIO on Telegram to get some followers. Alright, so once you do that, we're going to move on to step 2. In step 2, you're going to need to post some legit looking pictures or whatever you're trying to sell. You got to make it look like you didn't just go on the internet and grab a picture from there. If you already got what you're trying to scam, then you're good, because you could just take a picture of it and post it to your scam page. But if you don't, then you could ask a friend or try to find you a legit looking picture somewhere on the internet. Once again, don't make it look like you got it from there too. Alright, so now we're going to need some real customers. Because remember, your account is just a bunch of bot IG followers that you got from me. So in order to get these customers, you're going to need to do shout out for shout out on Instagram or other social media platforms. When people see that you got hella Instagram followers, they don't take the bait and really think you're legit. Alright, for the last step, your payment method. You can use payments like Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, etc. When you're using these, don't use your main accounts. Use some alt accounts. If you don't got any of that, that's fine. You can use your mains. But you probably wonder how you're gonna make alt Cash App accounts. That's where the fools come in play. Fools are basically someone else's information like their name, SSN, date of birth, address, etc. I tell them for mad cheap on Telegram, so hit me up at EDITIO. After all the hard work is done, that's when the money comes in. You got a legit looking scam page with hello followers, legit looking merchandise. Time for the payout. Alright, now for the second method. For the second method, we're going to be talking about carding. Carding is basically using someone else's credit card to buy stuff on the internet. Alright, I'm going to start off with the basic. What is a CC? A CC is a credit card. When doing this method, you're going to be using someone else's credit card, which is fraud. Remember that. Alright, this is the main question a lot of people ask. How do you stay safe while carding? When you're on PC, you need to change your IP address. Don't use VPNs. Most VPNs are blacklisted, so they don't even hide your IP. Use something like a Mac address changer or a proxy. But if you're on phone, just use your LTE. I prefer to use public network, so go to like Starbucks or McDonald's. How do you actually use a CC? First step, like I said before, use LTE. Don't use a VPN. Second step, use low security sites only. If you don't, you won't get caught. For the third step, this is the most important step. Don't go over $500 on any purchase. Fourth step, don't try hitting for Gucci or Dior. You're not hitting. And the fifth step, CCs don't always work because you could do something wrong or the bank just has good security. So just because it doesn't work doesn't always mean your vendor scamming. CCs are 50-50. So that's how you do it on phone. To do it on PC is basically the same steps, but just use a proxy or a Mac address changer. If you need good TCs with fools, once again, hit me up at EDITIO on Telegram. I sell shit for mad cheap. And if your CCs don't hit, you get an automatic refund. The best place to go to use CCs is Shopify. They almost get a guaranteed hit every time. Alright, and now for method 3. In method 3, we're going to be talking about how to get daily loans. In order to do this successfully, we're going to need to connect to the same city as the person's fools. So basically, wherever this person lives, that's where you want your proxy to connect to. To be more safe, don't use someone who lives in the same state as you. Alright, so for step number 1, we're going to need some fools. By the way, not all states are allowed to do this method, but don't worry, because the fools that I sell you will only be in the states that it's working in. Step 2, we're going to need a proxy to connect us to the fool city's IP address. Remember, don't use a VPN. Almost all of them are blacklisted and don't actually hide your IP. So use a proxy or a Mac address changer. Step 3, we're going to need to find a software that gives you loans you can use on like Opportun.com. It's going to tell you to put your information in like your date of birth, address, SSN, etc. This is where your fools come into play. By the way, when answering some of these questions, make it seem like you're really that person, otherwise your loan won't be approved. For the final step, step 4, that's when they will ask you to link your bank. If you can't, then it will ask you for your dollar. Make sure the name on the bank matches with the Fools. And bam, the money will get sent directly into your account. You just learn how to make $2,000. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, make sure you like, subscribe. That's going to really keep me motivated to keep uploading, teaching y'all how to make this money. And I also wanted to mention this again, but these are for entertainment purposes only. Do not try any of these at home. You can get in very big trouble.